There comes a time when you're working with your spreadsheet, your worksheet, that you're wanting to change the format, which really means appearance. So some of the most common things we do is we'll put bold, italics, underline, change the font, filling, bordering, colors of font, alignment. I mean, you have all kinds of different things that you can do when you're working through your worksheet. So what we're going to use is a great tool called Format Painter. And what Format Painter does is it picks up the format, not the text, not the numbers, not the formula, but the format of that particular cell or group of cells that you've selected. For example, if I choose Home Budget and it has this larger font size, Calibri 15 point, it's bold, there's a blue border to it as well. We want to pick up that format and paint it somewhere else, meaning basically copy and paste it. So I'm going to choose Home Budget, click on Format Painter, which is on the Home tab in the Clipboard section, and it looks like a paintbrush, so you want to click that. And then I'm going to come down here to Totals, and it automatically applies it. So when I click away from it, you'll see it applied the format here. Okay. Now let me show you another thing that you can do with this that's really cool, is that when you chose it and you clicked on it and then you clicked on something else, it turns off Format Painter. So no matter what I click on, it doesn't know to apply it to anything else. Okay. So what I can do is I can choose the format that I want, double click the brush, which is Format Painter, and you can go to multiple places. So you see the big plus sign and the brush, that means it's still active. So I click here, click here. Now when I'm done, I can choose the brush again to turn it off, or you can just simply hit Escape on your keyboard, the ESC button, and that will turn it off. There we go. So it did apply it to those different places that I wanted it to go by just double clicking it. So that's a good thing to know. Also, there's some other tricks here that will work with copying formats and then applying them over larger areas. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to change income here, and I'm going to do a fill. Call it, just give it a light blue fill here. I'm going to make this a little bit larger, and I'm going to take that border off. No border. There we go. And I'm also going to make these a light gray fill in the background. Okay. So here I've got black text, blue background, and let's make this a little bit more definitive, meaning more formats. I'm going to do income just like that. Okay. Now, what if I want this format applied to this as well? Well, depending on how this is laid out, watch how this happens. I'm going to select all three of those, and I got format here, here, and here. These two are the same, and then this one has a different one. So I'm going to hit Format Painter, and I'm going to select all of these. So what do you think it's going to do? Well, it's going to apply it, but because you gave it a pattern, that this one and then these two, it follows that pattern. Okay. Now, one thing it doesn't do is it doesn't take the size of the column. That's different. Okay. So you'll have to expand it or retract it as you need that. So just so you know, you can apply this over multiple areas, but it just depends how you've set it up. So maybe what you really wanted was just this, and choose Format Painter and then just drag through these. There you go. Okay. So just be aware that there are some ways to work with that. Now, format can also apply to the numbers. Okay. Right now this is set up as general, and I want these two to be accounting. Okay. Now it doesn't show anything different other than when I click on it, it shows accounting up here. But as soon as I put a number in there, it will obviously give us an accounting format. So I'll say 3,500, hit enter, and there it goes to accounting. The currency off to the left with a comma at the thousands, and 2 decimal places. So we'll do another 3,500, and there we go. All right. Now, if I select these and I choose Format Painter, remember, it's not picking up the information in there, it's just picking up the format. Okay. So it doesn't look like anything happened, but these are all set up as general, and now from here down, they are all accounting. So you just have to know what is format and what you're going to be able to pick up as you start doing this. So as you start applying these things and you pull these together, we can copy this again, Format Painter, drag through, and we have all that. So a great way to quickly enhance your worksheets and give it a style, and then just keep applying that style throughout your worksheet and workbook, and you'll find it much easier to get it to look the way that you want it to look.